Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair. And Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Caloocan makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-point. Oh my goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Senes. Natalviano has time. Now it's Martin Rozo. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness!
It's fight week for the Boxing Hall of Famer and our beloved MPBL Senator Manny Pacquiao, who aims to rewrite history once again. Pero bago yan, basketball muna tayo ulit dito sa Bataan People's Center in Balanga, Bataan, as we feature two veteran guards. Chris Bitoon is returning from a lengthy absence para dito sa Caloocan, Batang Caloocan. Laban niya itong si Marlon Monte, fresh off his best performance dito sa MPBL. That's our first game, Caloocan kontra Bulacan, followed by the Basilan Star Horse taking on the Manila Batang Quiapo. And in our main game, the Buwan Bataan Risers will host the Mindoro Tamaraws. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan with Coach Christian Luanzon na walang kapuguran. And at courtside, we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. Coach Chris, una sa lahat, welcome back to Bataan. And we're about 70
Great to be here.
about 70% done na sa ating season. No? So medyo mas may kahalagaan yung mga games natin moving forward.
Walang duda, no? Mamaya papakita natin yung mga standings, pero kita naman natin tulad ng intro mo, Caloocan tsaka Bulacan. Alam natin ang Bulacan, you know, basically just finishing out the season with their record 2-17. Pero itong Caloocan, really fighting for home court advantage. No? Nasa taas sila ang Pampanga, at the 4th spot sila, nasa 5th spot. Importanteng laro sa kanila to take care of business.
At napapanood nyo po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Ngayon, ipasok na natin ang ating third member of our panel. Walang iba kundi si Miss Lyra Punsalan. Lyra, it's a brand new week in the MPBL. Kamusta ang magkabilang kupunan heading into this matchup?
A very happy Monday to the both of you, Ken and Coach Christian. Very exciting times for Team Caloocan because even though Jeff Manday is out today due to tooth extraction, they are welcoming back Chris Bitoon after his almost 2 months of rest due to his adductor strain, at magbabalik na nga rin daw si Gabby Espinas for their next matchup. Coach Mike Sagigit is so very delighted that his players are stepping up even further lately, even his bench, at talagang mas nakikita na daw nila ang rhythm nila. And he's also very happy to say na, sabi niya, alam mo Lyra, naging morning person na nga ako, na dati hindi talaga ako gumigising ng maaga, pero sobrang rewarding kasi na nakikita ko yung mga players ngayon na talagang mas gusto nilang ginagawa nila. Talagang iba na daw ang aura ng Caloocan ngayon. And I think we can all agree that he's really brought in a whole new level of discipline for the squad. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Certainly a welcome addition para dito sa Caloocan, si Coach Mike Sagigit, as they try to push up in the North Division. Speaking of North Division, Coach Chris, nagtungo tayo last Saturday at in Palayan City in Nueva Ecija. Nakita natin San Juan winning over Quezon City, Rizal defeating Pasig. But what about this game? A major shift here in the North. Nueva Ecija losing out against Abra.
Well, a blowout, no? We talked about taking care of business. San Juan definitely did that in the first game. Rizal, eto Pasig, pinahirapan sila, no? And it really hung around until, 3.5 quarters before Rizal finally took over and then winning by 6. And obviously the main event, I think with Abra, that's the most impressive game this season. And it's not because they won by 11, but more so of how focused they were from the tip to the last second, because they were really in control, I felt, for every second of the game.
And as a result, kung titignan natin ang ating team standings right now, especially in the North, pero unahin muna natin yung South. Quezon still at the top, pero kumbaga sa Facebook status dito sa North, sa South Division, from 3 to 8.
Single?
It's complicated, Coach.
Complicated. yun eh. I led you into that. Di ba? Komplikado talaga. Lalong-lalo na pagdating sa 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Di ba? Sama mo na yung 8.
Oo.
Parang kanta lang yan. Si Aida Lorna o si Pe. Di ba? Na mas marami pang choices. Pero ang Basilan may laro sa second game. Ang Basilan, alam naman natin, stack line ang lineup nila. Veterans, no, may mga konting bata, humahabol din sa playoff position yan. Muntinlupa, 6-7 weeks ago, nasa mga number 2, number 3, bumaba na ng number 8 ngayon. Mindoro obviously gusto maka-bounce back after ng huling pagkatalo nila.
Pero ito sa North Division, nagahari for about 9 to 10 weeks ang Nueva Ecija at the top, pero isang panalo lang ng Abra, things certainly have changed, Coach
Alam
Chris.
mo, mga hari pa rin sila kasi before that game, Nueva Ecija obviously 17-0. Simula opening March 8, wala pa silang talo. Etong Abra naman, ganun din. Kasi alos 4 na buwan dahil yung talo nila, I believe was their 4th game kalaban ng Pasay nung panahong yun. So, sila pa rin nag-ahari dyan. San Juan was watching closely that game because they obviously have a chance for the number 1 seed. Sabi mo nga, nasa 70-75% ng games na tayo. At tulad ng pag-usapan natin, Caloocan, manalo sila ngayon. Half a game na lang ang kalamangan nitong Pampanga. All the way down to Bulacan na 2-17, who's lost 4 of their last 5. Not that it matters.
And of course, Coach Chris, a lot of implications moving forward para sa ating mga kupunan. Pero shift muna natin ang ating focus dito sa ating first game, Caloocan kontra Bulacan. And for the Bulacan Kuyas, itong mamang itong at tagal na nitong nasa MPBL since Season 1, Marlon Monte. But boy, what a performance here dito sa BPC, Coach Chris.
Ang ganda nung ginawa nitong si Monte, no? Hindi lang almost scoring 30 points, 1 point shy, pero really shooting the ball extremely well. 50% from the field, 90% from the line, had a double-double with 10 boards, did a little bit of everything, distributing as well. Yun nga lang, in a losing effort, yung larong yon really in step, no, for 3 quarters, pero nung 4th quarter, nahirapan na silang bantayan itong si Sean Jackson, who had 14 of the 16 points ng San Juan nung laro niya. Kaya lumayo na yung San Juan sa huling game nila.
And on the other side of the fence, you've got Brian Enriquez, who came into that game against Pasig City only averaging a little over 3 points per contest but broke out here in this matchup.
Ang ganda nung ginawa niya nun. Unang-una, 11 3-pointers ang team nila. He had 4. The team overall did not shoot the ball particularly well. It was below 40%, but he was right there at 40%. 3 points sa pag-usapan natin yan. Apat yung na-shoot nitong si Enriquez and was 4 of 6 nung huling kalaban nila. And malaking bagay yan sa kumpiyansa niya, malaking bagay yan sa team niya. Lalong-lalo na kung titignan mo yung posisyon niya, medyo malalim yan eh. Yung 2-3 nila kasama si Cabanag.
And binanggit mo na rin yung 2-3, si Cabanag was mentioned there, Jeff Manday, Jermer Cabanag, June Bonsubre.
Bumalik pa si Batoon as reported.
Yeah. But those 3 guys, without Chris Bitoon, was huge dito sa laban nila against Pasig.
Oo, kailangan nilang mapagpatuloy yung kanilang momentum dahil nabanggit nga natin, importante na umangat sila sa standing dahil yung top 4 teams, meron silang home court advantage. At the same time, if they let this game slip, which I don't think it will, suddenly, pwede mong balikan tong larong to. Dahil tandaan mo, meron tayong play-in for the first time in 7 seasons, ayaw mong bumagsak doon. Suddenly, yung tinitignan mong home court advantage, babagsak ka pa sa play-in posible. That's why yung mga ganitong laro, you cannot take it for granted.
Let's see if Jeremy Cabanag and the rest of the Caloocan Kangkalu perform really well, especially going up against a Bulacan Kuyas squad searching for a victory here in Balanga, Bataan. And we're seeing here June Bonsubre was really stepped up. Lalo wala si Chris Bitoon.
15 rebounds nung last game.
For Bulacan, siyempre marami din sila mga bagong pyesa. Masusubukan ang Bulacan Kuyas kalaban itong Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Let's go to Richard Tampos for your starting lineups of this ballgame.
MPBL. Let's make way the starting lineups. Introducing first the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. At forward number 1, Romel Calahat. The other forward number 7, Jeremy Cabanag. Playing center number 18, June Bonsubre. At guard number 29, Joko Tayong Tong. And the other guard number 72, the returning, comebacking, Chris B. Toon. The head coach is Mike Sagigit, assisted by Philip De La Cruz, Stephen Mopera, and Mark Orias. The team manager, Mac Robert De Chandu. Team governor, Jeremy Tin. Team owners, Dennis Flores and Congressman Oka Malapitan. Now the starters for Bulacan Cuyas. Playing center number 30, Maclean Sabelina. Forward number 22, Sam Peralta. Shooting guard number 18, Marlon Monte. Point guard number 11, Aaron Acop. And at forward number 13, J.R. Sumido. Bulacan Cuyas is led by Terrence Reyes, assisted by Marte Hill with the team manager, Kendall Velasco. The game officials are crew chief, Halle Rick Damicog with J. Castroverde and Edmar Abis.
Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Caloocan with the backcourt of Joko Tayong Tong and the returning Chris Bitoon. Up front, June Bonsubre, Romel Calahat, and Jeramer Cabanag. For Bulacan, Aaron Acop, Marlon Monte, Maclean Sabalina, Sam Peralta, and J.R. Sumido. Our referees for this ball game, J. Castroverde, Edmar Avis, and Halle Rick Damicog. Fourth man is Efren Aganan. J.R. Sumido and Joko Tayong Tong. Let's see which team here can emerge victorious here in the North Division. Certainly Caloocan very much favored. Pero ito, nagbabalik Chris Bitoon after almost 2 months.
Oo nga eh. Alam mo, usually coaches would, lalo rin ganun katagal na wala, no? Bigyan ng konting warm-up muna off the bench. Pero ngayon, nagsimula siya. Sa kanya pa ang first play after giving that back pick. Ang tansya ko rito, gusto rin na ni Coach Mike pabilisin kagad yung laro just to set the tone. Kasi sinabay niya yung dalawa, nag-2-guard lineup siya, si Bitoon tsaka si Tayong Tong. 2 guards who are not only fast, but really scoring guards.
And this is the very first game of Chris Bitoon under Coach Mike Sagigit. Kasi pagpasok ni Coach Mike, injured pa si Chris as J.R. Sumido scores the first basket though para dito sa Bulacan.
Nice basket no by Sumido, attacking yung depensa, no? Itong si Junjun Bonsubre, atake sa kanan pero finish sa kabila, sa kaliwa, sa kanyang stronger hand.
Alam mo, isang tanong ko, Coach Chris, maging lucky charm ka kaulit nitong Bulacan. Nanalo sila eh.
Oo nga,
nag-over ka, di ba?
Well, I'm no believer in luck, but I believe in hard work. And it will take you places. If there's one thing that I remember in that game, Bulacan worked hard for that win, and they got rewarded, in fashion with a buzzer beater by Sumido.
That was their very first victory.
Marikina yon, tama? Kalaban ng Marikina?
Ano yata eh? Hindi, Paranaque.
Paranaque,
diba?
yes.
Romel Calahat with the first 2 points naman para dito sa Caloocan. Marlon Montes in season 1 pa lang. Now takes that free. Aba, parang kabisado pa niya yung dito sa BPC, Coach Chris.
Obviously, kumpiyansa sa kanyang tira, yung depensa. Nabanggit natin, 4 out of 6 sa 3 points, pero unang ball screen action, umilalim ang depensa, may kumpiyansa naman siya, itira yon. Hindi naman tayo pinahiya.
Tayong Tong with a short stab, 5-4 in favor of Bulacan.
Tingnan natin kung mag-adjust si Coach Mike kagad, no? Pwedeng mental lapse ng player, nakalimutan lang yung coverage, or yun talagang naging coverage sila. Tingnan natin kung mag-adjust siya sa next ball screen. Pinag-guardyahan ni Monte ngayon, ni Tayong Tong ngayon, si Monte.
Sumido gets it to Sabelina.
Itira ulit to.
Monte goes
diba?
right at Tayong Tong off the glass.
Di ba? Pero ganyang katalino si Monte. Nabanggit mo nga, season 1 pa lang, nandito na. Obviously, a seasoned player. Kita mo naman, nakashoot ng 3 points. Yung mga ibang bata, susundan ng isa pang 3. Pero siya, pinakitaan ng shot fake, atake, 2 dribble, sidestep pa. Ang ganda, 3-point play.
Mintis nga lang yung free throw niya doon. 9 out of 10 from the line in their last game. Meanwhile, let's check out the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
Ganda ng pass na yun, no? Ni Bitoon.
Meanwhile, a steal, Bulacan in transition. Peralta goes all the way for the layup.
They're just careless with the basketball and dahil nangyari yan sa medyo ibabaw, hindi na nakarecover yung depensa nitong Caloocan. Easy 2.
Great backdoor cut though by Joko Tayongdong, scoring his second basket.
Alam mo, mukhang hahabulin nga ni Bonsubre, no? Yung triple-double. Kasi 15 rebounds yan nung last game and nakausap natin siya sabi niya, basta hindi ako ma-thrown out. That was an interesting answer, Tayongdong. What a start for him.
6 of the 8 points for the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. More than 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Aaron Acop susugod, lays it up and in.
Yung mga ganong play, no? Mapapailing ka na lang as a coach Kasi pag tawid ng half court, 3-4 na dribble, dire-diretso, wala man lang huminto sa kanya.
Bonsubre, pasa kay Bitoon. Chris spins in traffic. Kick out pass, Cabanag for 3, bounces out. Tayongdong the rebound. Cabanag libre para sa 3 ulit. Gets it to go.
Mas madali talagang itira ang 3 points pagdaling sa kick-out Itong si Cabanag, ang ganda nung kanyang pag-receive sa pasa doon at offensive rebound ni Tayongdong.
Could have a more featured role today with the absence of Jeff Manday. Acop. Pasa paloob kay Peralta. 2 free throws coming up. Si Bonsubre natawagan ng foul. 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Kita mo yung closeout, medyo malambot doon. Kaya si Cabana, kahit nakakamintis niya lang dun sa unang tinira niya, dun sa corner, hindi na nagdalawang isip. Na-shoot niya na yon.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Lyra Punsalan.
In Coach Terrence's words, we really went out of our comfort zone these days, Lyra. We did 4 straight days of training, day in and day out. Never namin ginawa yun dati. Usually, may interval days talaga. Sadyang alam lang namin na need talagang mag-prepare, lalo na for this month. Dahil after nitong Caloocan, Pampanga naman. They know exactly what's at stake now that the standings are tightening, and that is why resistensya daw ang finocus nila. Regardless of the standings, proud na proud pa rin naman daw siya for his players for constantly putting in the effort, treating this after window time as a fresh start for the whole squad. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. To their credit, lalo nung nadagdagan sila ng mga pyesa dito, mas naging maganda yung mga performances itong Bulacan. Although they still are at the bottom, 2-16. Uy!
Ganda ng two-man game na yun. Ganda ng execution ng Caloocan. Really sharing the basketball and finding the open man. Halos lahat ng tinira nila out of their execution at libre-libre. And yeah, to Lyra's report and to your point, pag may goal yung team mo na, to not only to win as many games as possible, but to put yourself in the best position to win, you really want to aim for that home court advantage. Pag-usapan natin yan. Pinakita natin sa pregame.
Play the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. So far, itong Caloocan in the midst of a 12-4 run. Kanina, naghahabol sila ng 5 puntos. Sinong may sabi mong kamukha ni Coach Terence?
I believe si William si
Martinez?
Albert. William si Albert.
Alam mo,
Si William
pareho namang pareho namang guwapito Can't go wrong with either one. Meanwhile, Bonsubre mintes yung tira sa labas.
So mas gusto mo si William tsaka si Albert kesa si Yoyong
Martires. Iba yun!
Iba yun.
16-13, Bitoon.
Napaghahalataan ng ating edad, kaibigan.
Kaya nga Si Lyra, parang naaaranid ba si Lyra?
Si Lyra mukhang Daniel Padilla.
Mga James Reid, inabutan yan Suminaw with a jumper, baba sa isang lamang. Hanap tayo nung yung talagang kamukha talaga ni Coach Terence, pero kilala ni Lyra. Maya-maya, we have a full game to discuss that. Meanwhile, Bitoon, stopping on a dime, especially of the house right there for Chris.
Using a little step back right there. para magkaroon ng konting spasyo at maitira niya ng maayos sa short corner.
18-15, tatlong lamang ng Caloocan. Under 4 minutes left here in the first. Monte, sasalaksak.
Ganda ng galaw.
Marlon
Ganda ng
Monte.
galaw. Makikita mo sa kilos ng player kung desidido sila eh. Tulad nung pangalawang drive na yun ni Monte, humingi pa siya ng foul. Pero habang hinihingi niya yung foul, si Cabanag has other things in mind. Meron ng 9 na punto si Cabanag.
Tatlong tres galing kay Jeremer Cabanag.
Gustong bawiin ni Sumido.
Ball track down by Monte. So pass down low to Joseph Celso. Foul whistled against Caloocan.
Mahusay gumamit ng katawan to si Monte. No? Kahit na hindi siya kalakihan. Little stocky for his size. Pero tingnan mo to. Kalabaw na galaw. Diba? Spin move. Pinostehan ng konti. Dun sa second move. Ito yung kick out kay Cabanag. Nakailang assist na dito si Bitoon.
Yeah.
Kala mo hindi nawala ng 2 buwan eh.
Leading scorer and assist man nila yan, si Chris Bitoon, before he got injured. Joseph Celso, leading rebounder naman for Bulacan. Splits his charities as Bulacan trails by 3. Cabanag up top. Kalahat. Uy, di sila nagkaintindihan ni Jeremer Cabanag doon.
Nakalahat had the right idea in mind because it was an open space and he thought that Cabanag itutuloy niya yung backdoor niya sa ilalim kasi kung tinuloy niya yun, layup na yun eh.
Pero si Coach Mike really happy with the addition of Romel Kalahat dahil kung tatandaan niyo, Coach Chris, sa NCAA magkalaban yung dalawang yan eh.
Right, and obviously Coach Mike sa Altas. At ito si Kalahat nasa San Sebastian.
Malasan ang tao dito. Maclean Sabelina comes in for Sam Peralta. 21-18, just a 3-point lead for the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. At the elbow, Bonsubre. Balik kay Chris Bitoon. Bonsubre fires. Gets that one in.
Alam mo, tinignan ko agad ang kanyang special na isamuan. Right? Tama, talagang great minds think alike eh. Yan na, si Coach Aisel. And kaya ako sinabi yon kasi inaabangan ko yung palakpak niya pero normal lang kasi kay Coach yun sa husay niya maglaro dati.
Parang parang di masyado na-impress eh.
Oo. Enriquez, nabanggit natin, ganda ng laro ito. Nakapasok lang, no? Libre kagad in transition, mintis nga lamang.
Marlon Espiritu, nakapasok lang din for Bulacan. Pumawas. Laban kay Chris Bitoon. 5-point lead enjoyed by the guys in white. This is Espiritu, nakatakas sa depensa but just couldn't convert. Tapikan ng bola, it ends up with JJ Manlangit. Bounce pass. Masyadong mababa at mabilis pa kay Chris.
Kasi ganun kasama yung pasang yon kasi mabilis at mababa rin naman. Itong si Bitoon. Pero sumobrang layo, no? Wala na siyang bantay ron. And nag-sorry naman kagad itong si Manlangit.
Balik ang bola sa Bulacan. A minute and 30 left here in the first quarter. Bumawas, labal kay Paul Sanga. Monte off the curl, no good. But ball will stay with the Cuyas.
Nahusay magbasa, no? Off ball itong si Monte. Alam nila, no? Lalaban na sa ibabaw dun sa staggered screen. Kinurl niya paloob, napasahan siya. Nandun lang yung help defense. Pero ang bola, babalik sa kanila. Timeout si Coach Terence para mag-draw up something with 14 seconds sa kanilang shot.
Last game nga, no, ng Caloocan kontra Pasig City. This was a good start for Caloocan, although Pasig had their moments, pero Caloocan just able to hold off itong Pasig.
Well, you know, you could say it was pretty much, they're pretty much in cruise control after the first quarter. They led by 12 in that game. You saw the numbers. And even though Caloocan, again, shot the ball below 40%, ang malaking bagay doon, they dominated the boards and the three-point shooting mix was there, which they made 11. And they never trailed that game. No, hindi lumamang itong Pasig, and really controlled every department of that game aside from the two that I just mentioned.
This guy was the best player in that game, Brian Enriquez, committing a foul though against Celso. Babalik ulit sa free throw line. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Alam mo, itong LGR natin, ilang buwan na, pero ang galing ito lang yata yung damit na hindi nagugusot.
Kaya nga eh.
Kahit dati kasi, yung mga lumang uniforme natin na hindi LGR, kailangan talaga nakahanger. Di ba? Ito, kahit tubi-tubi mo ng 5-6 na beses, ang galing nung technology ng tela. Alam mo na kung ba't sinabi ko yun? Baka naman.
Ay! Kaya pala.
Yeah.
Ganda na segue mo, coach.
Baka naman. Baka naman. Hihinto na ako doon. Kayo na bahala magduktong sa baka naman.
Kumbaga mahigit 4 na buwan na rin tayo, no?
Pero ang ganda pa rin.
Maganda pa din. Sobrang ganda pa din.
Pero mas maganda sana kung meron pa.
Joseph Celso, nagpakawala ng 3. Tabla tayo, 23 all. And a foul committed by Marlon Espiritu. Just the second team foul against the Cuyas. Ganito rin simula nila against San Juan eh. Actually, up until I think the early stages of the third quarter, they were pretty much in that ball game.
Only down by 11 sila nung end of the third quarter. And yun nga, kaya lang, hindi lang sila na San Juan nun. Na Sean Jackson sila.
Yun lang.
14 of the 16 points in the final quarter. A little blind pig action. Ito, Paul Sanga.
Short on the free. Paula babalik sa Caloocan. 7 seconds remaining. Valencia flips it up and in. Sanga. Wala. Di aabot. But a good steal to end the quarter para dito sa Caloocan Batang Kangkalu as they hold on to this 2-point lead at the end of quarter number 1. And you see some highlights here. Crispy Toon nagbabalik, dishing out really well para dito sa Caloocan.
Yeah, he had a couple dimes, no, and really set the tone for them. Pero you would think, especially the way Caloocan has been shooting the basketball, which is, I'm sure, about 40%, no? We don't have the numbers in front of us, that they would be up by at least 8 or 10 points. But long and behold, the Cuyas only down by 2.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. At ito ang tatlong next 3 games actually nitong Caloocan, no, versus Sarangani on the 22nd, 28 laban sa Batangas, and on the 31st they will take on the Parañaque Patriots. Puro mga South Division teams.
So the 4 games including this one, you know, the 3 there, you could say, favors them. You know, 3 of the 4, you know, below 500 teams. Sarangani, Parañaque, and this one, Bulacan. Batangas is going to be a big test for them. We talked about the importance of fighting for home court advantage. Pampanga, they win this game. Half a game na lang ang kalamangan nila. That's a big test, no? If they could squeeze out a win, assuming they win everything, and then Batangas, they could squeeze out a win there, that would be a big morale booster, and also yung position nila papasok ng playoffs. Mas gaganda pa lalo.
Pinakamalaga kasi doon, they have to really keep in step with Pampanga
Correct.
because they
Tapos, sige, go. Sorry.
kasi tinalo nila yung Pampanga in the regular season.
Correct. And, you know, the team behind them, which I didn't mention, Pangasinan.
Yeah.
Arguably, the strongest lineup, you can make a case. Strongest lineup this season. The deepest lineup this season. Even though they're in 6th place. You know, Pangasinan has been picking up their game, you know, at least compared to the first month of the season. You know, and, you know, they want to create separation. Di ba? Dahil ang Pangasinan, I expect them to move up as well.
Joseph Celso turns the ball over for the Bulacan Cuyas. 8.5 remaining here in the second period. Irvin Palencia, Brian Enriquez, Jesse Sumoda, JJ Manlangit, and Paul Sanga the unit for Coach Mike Sagigit. Sumoda. Laban kay Celso, pupukol sa 3. Left it way short.
Not sure if that's the shot that you want, no? Your big man stepping back. Ito yung gusto mo. Him running the floor, getting easy layups.
Last play of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Si Reyes nasa loob na for Bulacan. Kasama niya si Maclean Sabelina, Marlon Espiritu, Marlon Monte, and Joseph Celso. Monte laban kay Enriquez. 3-point shot on its way, no good. Tracked down by Marlon Espiritu. Sa poste naman pupunta si Monte. Marlon Monte, the flip shot won't work. Kapikan ng bola. It eventually ends up with Paul Sanga. Palencia onto the front court. Got past the defense of Monte and got fouled on his way up.
You know, the first rule, in transition, pinaka-basic really is to stop the basketball, but that time di natin nakita yon. As soon as nakuha nila yung defensive rebound, etong si Paul Sanga, pagpasa kay Palencia, dire-diretso na.
Palencia just shooting 46.7% from the line, missing on the first. At itong free throw na ito, ay atid sa atin na Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
That's something that you don't see often, no? A point guard shooting below 50%.
Yeah. Alam mo, pinag-uusapan namin ni Javi one time, yung may mga certain players this season na you would expect shooting around 80%, but for some reason that really struggled as Reyes knocks down a free. Si Alex Habagnot, who's probably, I don't know if he'll play later, but he's actually only shooting 62% from the line this season. And I think si Mark Cruz din around that percentage, 60, 62.
Okay.
Ikaw ba, coach? Ilang percent ka ba nung ano mo? Ayaw mo sumagot, ha?
Ayoko. I was in the 80s.
O, di ba?
I was in the 80s.
Pero yun nga, sometimes it's peculiar finding that out as ito si Brian Enriquez nasa free throw line. Meanwhile, makibalita muna tayo kay Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Kahit di masyadong babad sa playing time, Brian Enriquez was confident to say na shooting daw ang pinaka-effective sa kanya in their last matchup. And true enough, very evident nga naman talaga ang early warm-ups na in trainings and before every game. Really feeling the moment and immersing himself in complete focus to be able to perform his best every time. I think the X factor is Coach Mike himself, making sure everyone is given equal opportunities, and we've really just been sticking to our ideas. Even when it's hard, we remain laser focused. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Let's see if he could build off that performance. Ito si Brian Enriquez. Certainly taking advantage of that added opportunity in that game against Pasig.
You know, just want to give credit, no, sa ating crew dahil really doing their homework. There's a reason why pag may nakakashoot, may tumitira tulad ng huli, no, si Enriquez, yung mga pinapakita natin afterwards, yun ang kanyang may bahay. No? Ewan ko kung girlfriend o asawa, I believe. So, kayo na bahala yung sa impormasyon na yon.
May inspirasyon eh.
Parang kanina, di ba, kay Bonsubre, nakashoot. Diba? Ang bilis eh. Coach Aisel kagad eh.
Magano, alam nila.
Yun, sure ako, girlfriend.
Certainly did their homework. Lagi namang handa yan eh, ating mga production crew. Laging hindi pumapaltos.
Speaking of asawa, congratulations, no, kay Josh Flores. Dating player namin yan. And kakakasal lang yan.
Okay.
Hindi ako nagkakamali. Isang buwan o halos mag-iisang buwan pa lang.
Congratulations, Josh Flores.
Isa
Welcome to the club.
Isa lang, yes. Isa lang ang sinabi ko sa kanya eh. Damihan mo na kagad. Sabi ko sa kanya.
Marlon Monte, dinadamihan na naman yung puntos dito. Knocking down a free.
At para malinaw na malinaw, ang ibig ko sabihin doon, ang pagmamultiply.
Yan.
Yeah, importante yan.
Sumoda back to Palencia. 3-point shooting in favor of Bulacan. Shooting 45% from beyond the arc. Flores. Wow. Too strong on that shot. Marlon Monte. Siya na magbababa dito. Already with 10 points. Reyes. Bounce pass. Broken up by Josh Flores. Pasa medyo off target. Palencia able to recover it. Now knocks down a free.
Sabi niya, ikaw Ken, pinansin mo yung free throw ko. Eto, mas malayo. Pansinin mo to. Nabawi niya, no?
Oo.
Yung dalawang mintis niya, pinilitan niya ng 3 points.
Monte turns the ball over. Nahabol niya eh. Just stepping into that shot. Knocking it down from downtown, Irvin Palencia. Cyril Cervantes, first appearance dito for the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Flores, entry pass. Cervantes got fouled and he'll drew to the line for 2 shots.
Well, that pinch post, no, kung saan tumanggap si Flores has been working well for them. Nakita natin earlier in the game, nagkaroon ng backdoor. No, kita yung tong. It really triggered yung kanilang opensa that time. There a high-low action between the two big men, Flores, to the veteran, na si Kuya Papa Rail, Cervantes.
Pinasok parehong free throw ni Kuya Real.
Papunta na rin siya ron eh. Kasi nandun na si Papa Ray Hugnatan. Siya may kuya pa.
Walo na ang lamang dito ng Caloocan, 40-32. Monte catches the pass.
Nice decision.
Grabe yung Monte.
Nice decision. Alam mo, ipapasa niyo yung kay Sumido. Nakita niya libre sa kanang bahagi, no, sa right low wing. Pero dahil narinig niya yung pito, ito makikita mo rito. The whistle was, the whistle was there and then nag-decide na siyang itira yung bola. Smart play by Monte.
Already with 12 points. Samahan mo pa 3 rebound at 4 assists. Make that 13 points. Marlon Monte.
I just love the mindset of Monte. Ang nakikita ko sa kanya, opportunistic. You know, hindi lang sa Bulacan, kundi sa mga ibang koponan na posibleng nanonood.
Yeah.
Simple lang sinasabi niya eh. Mga guys, pwede pa ako.
Saka tandaan natin Sumido na isingit pa yung tira na yun. Si Marlon Monte, kakabalik lang mid-season here in the MPBL. And they cut this lead down to 3 points, 40-37. Oh, great cut by Jeromer Cabanag. Nice find from Josh Flores.
The off-ball movement dito sa triangle, yan talaga ang susi eh. Hindi lang yung may hawak ng bola, off the ball, using those screens, finding the open space. They've been doing an excellent job all throughout this half.
In fact, Coach Chris, Di pa tayo tapos sa first half. They already have 18
Halos
assists.
20. Yes.
Oo. Coach Terence Reyes has his work cut out for here. Although, 5 lang ang kailangan nilang habulin. 42-37. We'll be back after the short break. Babalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And we check out our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. The better half of Brian Enriquez. And, medyo...
Hindi nagpaalam to. Nay, Tay, kung sino man yon, yung anak nyo, nandito.
Pero ito 5 lang ang labang ng Caloocan dito. 42-37. Hindi pa sila makakalayo dito against Bulacan. Joggy Laude inside, pivots his way, and he'll earn himself 2 free throws.
Natatawa na si Laude kasi baka narinig nyo rin. Kami, dinig na dinig namin dito. Pag-challenge ni Monte, sinabi niya, huli! Yung pala, huli yung foul. Ayan, medyo frustrated siya because he felt there was no illegal contact. Kaya si Laude nag-react na rin. Yun lang, mintis. Baka naman ball down play yan.
Kala niya makakaisa na siya eh. Joggy Laude.
Veterano na rin to Nag-start ng career dito sa MPBL kung di ako nagkakamali, sa Manila.
Okay. Joggy Laude. Dami mga OG players dito eh. Yan, Marlon Monte, kabilang na dyan.
Si Kuya Papa Rail, yan din, Manila rin yan.
He was part of that very talented Manila team.
Oo.
Kasama si Chris Bitoon.
Yes. Kumbaga, glory days yun. No, that was before the pandemic.
Yeah. Next season 2, season 3.
Yes, season 2.
Season 2 talaga contender sila nun.
Yes. Actually, if you remember, last season, contender itong Manila because they had Greg Zilla. No, until they lost to the defending champs, you know, back-to-back champs, Pampanga.
I think they lost to Caloocan in the first round. Di ba? If
Was
you
it
remember.
Pampanga last season?
Last season, talo yung Manila sa Tito sa Caloocan.
Okay.
This was where I think Greg Slaughter got thrown out.
Thrown out?
Because of 2 unsportsmanlike
Yes,
fouls.
yes. You're right. Thank you for correcting me.
Sa ano yun eh? Sa Phil
Tama,
Oil.
sa Phil
diba?
Oil. Yes.
I think you covered that game if I'm not mistaken. And doon na nagsimula
Naalala ko kasi, you're right, kasi naalala ko, what a move by Akop. Let's see kung ma-finish niya. Put that in the highlight. Kasi naalala ko, may game din ng Pampanga nun sa San Juan.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Manila.
Oo.
It was San Juan. No? We gotta go back.
I-review na natin yan. Basta naalala ko, tinalo ng Caloocan tong Manila. And that was a great upset as Josh Flores able to cut inside for the basket. Kasi number 5 yung ano nun Caloocan nun. Number 4 yung Manila. Sumido, in and out on that shot.
Alam mo, nandun pa nga si ano nun. Naalala ko si Tolomia.
Yeah.
Oo, pero ngayon hinahanap ko siya. Nasaan kaya siya ngayon?
Yeah, Mike Tolomia was part of that team.
Mahusay naman lalaro yun Kapatid ni Chester.
Yeah. Very loaded yung lineup nila noon. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Another off-ball action, no? Off the spin move. Ganda ng timing ng cut ni Flores. No? Returning the favor. Kanina siya ang pinasahan ni Flores. Ngayon naman, siya ang pumasa kay Flores.
So si Limpo tutungo ulit sa free throw line. Si Gawix Gonzaga now in. as well as June Bonsubre. Ang Pampanga, kalaban yung Abra last season in the playoffs. Because they were the second seed.
Right.
Number 7 yung Abra
And
nun.
then nung division final, sila na ng San Juan.
Oo, sila ng San Juan.
Nakita. Yes.
San Juan had the home court advantage dahil tinalo nila yung Pampanga in the regular season.
Right.
Limpo can't hit the second free throw.
Nagugutom tuloy ako ngayon. Sa pagkasabi mo ng pangalan ni Limpo.
Kulang na lang ng isang letra eh. Layup ni Barcuma, wala, pero foul ulit laban dito sa Bulacan Cuyas.
Yung kasama natin, no, si Javi, sure ako kung nanonood siya, hindi siya nagugutom ngayon. Kasi may masamang alaala siya dito. No, na food poison siya rito. No, or not necessarily here in Bataan, but somewhere along the way.
Oo.
Here.
Medyo
Huwag
malayo-layo
natin
lang ng
sabihin
onte.
sana,
Joey Barcuma.
Kaya feeling ko yung next na coverage ni Javi, papunta rito, magfa-fasting na siya.
46-42. Ano lang, kailangan medyo salain lang muna yung yung mga pre-game meal.
Alam mo, by saying that story, or mentioning that story, I think I should also mention na, may nursing skills ka pala.
Bakit?
Ikaw ba nagdala sa kanya doon? Sa hospital?
Hindi ako.
Hindi ikaw? Okay, binabawi ko na yung sinabi ko.
Oo, wala.
Hindi pala ikaw yan.
The entire production crew actually joined him. Si Lyra kasama din doon.
Okay.
Jeremy Cabanag can't hit the jumper. Kalahat grabs the rebound. Alam mo, nag-uusap tayo, Coach Chris, pero dikit pa rin yung laban.
Oo. Alam mo na, pag-usapan natin, ang ganda ng opensiba nitong Caloocan. Di ba? Shooting 45% overall field goal, 40% from 3. You mentioned earlier, the assist department, nasa 20 na sila ngayon. And yet, only a 4-point lead. Ang problema talaga nila, obviously, nasa kabilang dulo. No, nasa depensa.
That's very interesting considering they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Top 10 in terms of giving up points itong Caloocan.
Basahin ko na rin. Kasi tulad ng mga magagandang numero na binanggit ko kanina, ang porsyento naman itong Bulacan, 50% from the field, 45% from the 3-point line.
Yeah. Lalo 45%. Good volume, 5 out of 11.
Isa na lang ang tanong dito pagdating ng second half. Kaya bang i-sustain ito ng Bulacan? 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Kasi last game, they were able to hang around for 3. Alam naman natin, basketball. 4 quarters yan.
JR Sumido laban kay Jeremy Cabanag. Sasaksak si Sumido at may foul na ipipito laban dito kay Jeremy Cabanag.
Napaka-importante sa defensive coverage ng two-man game, is huwag mong i-allow yung reject ng ball screen. Tulad nun, naiwanan niya yung kanyang tao. Usually yung help defense hindi nakahanda. Ine-expect kasi nila yung help defense papunta doon sa screen.
Sumido, mintis nga lang yung kanyang free throw. So far, Bulacan is only 7 out of 13 from the charity stripe.
Babalikan nila yan. Pag natalo sila ngayong laro, yung free throws, napaka-importante niyan.
47-43 si JR Sumido. Meron na rin 11 puntos. Steal here for Bulacan. But Pitoon gets it right back for Caloocan. Kalahat up top. Fires a free. So good. Barcuma
Ang
inside.
taas! Ay, leksi talaga nito si Barcuma,
Pagpasay ito, na-acquire nitong Caloocan during the trade window. Sumido.
Parang sinabi nila sa sarili nila na kunin natin nga yung may mabilis na tayong gwardya na Palencia. Kumuha pa tayo ng mas mabilis.
Oo. Deadly combination yan kung nagkataon. Cabanag still enough time. Puts it up, puts it in from downtown.
Pang-apat na yan kung di ako nagkakamali para kay Cabanag who has 15 points in the ball game. Tama, 4 of 5.
And he and Marlon Monte at the moment having a duel of sorts here in the first half.
Kita mo, halos lahat ng tinira ni Cabanag libre sa tres. Si Monte, ang ganda nung kanyang pangalawang laro, no? Nakita natin, nabanggit natin, 29 points siya nung last game, yung matchup natin. Hindi tayo pinapahiya. 28 points combined dun sa dalawa, no? Between Monte and Cabanag.
At pito lang ang lamang ng Caloocan over Bulacan at the half, 50-43.
Pac is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Boss Manny, good luck po sa laban. Keep healthy lang lagi and stay safe dyan. God bless. Laban, Pacman!
Babalik ulit yung pambansang kamao natin sa laban. So please watch and support Boss Manny sa laban niya sa July 20. Good luck, boss! Laban, Pacman! Let's go!
Animang labang ng Pasig City, 38-32. Naagaw ni J. Mark Palyarem bola. Coy Alves, he will dunk this one with two hands. But he will be called with a technical foul.
He was claiming somebody was underneath. Didn't look like that. At least from how we saw it. See in slow-mo. Nobody was near him. Minsan kasi ganun eh. May excite ka, magse-celebrate ka eh. Diba?
As Monte wants it inside. Naagaw ni Ino Comboy. Andrews, look out! Sean Andrews, two hands for safety. 8-7 right now. Indoro cutting the lead to 1 after that Andrews takedown.
Ashton Andrews is cleared for takeoff. A two-handed jam right there.
Aside from the rim protection, his mere presence just intimidates everyone. Oh!
The big man connecting. Welcome to the MPBL, Jay Chu. He is going to have fun here. Up high and down hard, Jay Chu.
Yeah, Jay Chu with an impressive debut so far. 8 points on a perfect 3.
Pampanga naman, 2 out of 10 from there.
John Fa the cross, lays it up and in, putting on the moves. Razzle dazzle, John Fa.
What a move by John Fa. A couple of really impressive finishes by John Fa. The young guy is showing up. Blasting off that defense by Daryl Manliguez for that baseline finish and a really good finger roll.
Iwan na iwan eh.
Dalawa yun.
Oo.
Daryl Manliguez, Libugsang. Good finish.
Unable to complete the three-point play. Yambing with a steal, hangs in the air and puts it in. Plus the foul. Ang ganda ng agaw. Ang ganda ng hang time. Ang ganda ng finish.
With 11 points, just played almost 21 minutes. Jimenez has found his groove. Another setup job. Papunta dito kay Junji Alyare.
You see that drive right there. Mark Montuano had to commit against Kit Jimenez only because that's Kit. But that weak side.
Just that pass. Kayong Tong trying to guard him. Consubre the switch. Ildefonso, what a move! Again, now you see me, now you don't.
Beautiful play galing kay David Ildefonso. Nice footwork. The strength and the composure to finish that move. They can't seem to shake off this Parañaque team.
Yeah, that's right.
LJ finds Simon Santagon! Oh my! Simon Santagon, that was unreal! 50-44 and Slam Dagon at it again.
That was the Excalibur slam down.
Going up high and going down hard.
We're gonna turn to Angeles for the basket.
Yutok back to Timaho, 8 seconds remaining. Yutok for free, it's good! Not sure if that was the design play, but boy, Jay Yutok nailing a big three-pointer.
Well, it sure didn't look like that was the design. They actually were talking about Angeles taking the last shot, but quick thinking for Deo Timajo as well as Yutok to be able to feed that ball over to that corner three and knock
So
it
will
down.
trigger it in. Escobedo catches, draws closer, floats it up, gets it in! At the buzzer! They will review this one, but boy, it looked good, Coach Mike.
Well, that was really not enough challenge against that middle drive.
And that shot will count. Raymart Escobedo just in the nick of time for Davao Occidental.
Yeah, he got that ball from up top. Went on that dribble penetrate down the middle of the floor. See this. Little pin down. And hope to exchange Agovida with him down the block. They didn't get to Agovida.
And he got bumped off by Deo Timajo,
Right.
but just had enough strength to put up that shot. And Raymart Escobedo comes to the rescue for the Davao Occidental Tigers. At the half, Caloocan with a 7-point lead over the Bulacan Cuyas, 50-43. And kita natin no, na itong Caloocan actually was having a hard time shaking off itong Bulacan here in the first two quarters.
Yeah,
Coach
and
Chris.
nabanggit natin, no, maluwag ang kanilang depensa. Talk about Caloocan. And I'm emphasizing more on Caloocan because they need this game, the importance of this game, the bearing of this game. Mas may karga sa kanila to dahil yun nga, pinaglalaban nga nila, no, is yung home court advantage. Pero kung gusto nilang, you know, talagang masarado itong laro, kailangan tibayan pa nilang depensa nila because yung opensa nandyan eh. Shooting 46% from the field, 41% from 3, 20 assists compared to 10 only ng Bulacan. And yet, it's only a 7-point lead. Now, Bulacan, again, the big question is, kaya ba nilang i-sustain to? Because historically, the answer is no.
Oo.
But to that regard, they've shown improvement tulad ng nabanggit natin at least for the past 3 to 4 weeks. So, sometimes, you know, di ba minsan na, kumbaga sa basketball, may mga bulagan din eh. Eh, itong Bulacan, umaasa rin silang makabulag ngayong hapon sa nilalaro nila.
Itong Caloocan, actually yung very first game nila, they lost to Cebu after blowing a 19-point lead. And also, to your point, Coach Chris, na binabanggit natin yung home court advantage. Caloocan has already faced the top teams in the north. Pampanga, Abra, San Juan, and Nueva Ecija. While yung Pampanga has yet to face Abra and San Juan. And right now, they're just one game separated in the North Division standing. So, yung kahalagahan in piling up wins, it's talagang
in
nandyan.
favor para sa Caloocan.
Oo.
That's a great point that you just made. Kumbaga, the remaining games, yung schedule nila should favor them, yung kanilang sitwasyon sa pag-angat sa standings compared to Pampanga.
Oo. Meanwhile, they begin the quarter with a miss. Marlon Monte, namamayani para dito sa Bulacan with 13 points. Aaron Acob goes right at his defender for the basket.
Yeah, and the key to that move is the quick move. Nag-decide kagad pagtanggap ng bola, attacking the baseline, and then shooting it over a smaller defender in Barcuma. Manlangit, ganda ng tira niya. First 3 of the ball game para sa kanya.
Manlangit gives Caloocan an 8-point lead. Marlon Monte sensing a size advantage, but Barcuma standing his ground. Manlangit though turns the ball over. Sumido, susugod, at may foul na nakuha laban dito kay Irvin Valencia.
And quickly to apologize si Sumido because alam niyang kaya niyang itira yon after nung pito. Free throws na sana siya, pero dahil pinasa niya, sideline inbound.
Magkasama sa backcourt ngayon yung Joey Barcuma and Irvin Valencia.
And si Tayong Tong.
Yeah, actually
Not
a three-guard
forget,
lineup.
guardia din yan.
Oo. A small lineup to begin for Coach Mike Sagigit as Marlon Monte though takes advantage inside and a 3-point play opportunity coming up.
And hindi na nagpaligoy-ligoy pa ang Bulacan. As soon as nakita nila, kasi makikita mo yung lineup before the start of the quarter. Sumisilip yan yung dalawang benches. At nakita na, 3-guard lineup, umpisa ng Batang Kangkalu. Postehan natin. Yan ang ginawa nila last 3 possessions.
Let's check in with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Kahit na di halata because of his fiery performance, personal frustration pala ni Marlon Monte ang hamstring injury niya before he joined Team Bulacan at bumabalik-balik daw yung sakit ngayon. Pain reliever daw ang best friend niya, completely forgetting about the pain every time na may matchup sila. He's really been that spark that Bulacan needs right now and he extends a big shout out to his son Baby M na super fan daw ng liga kahit na 3 years old pa lang at kinakanta daw ang MPBL theme song kahit na di daddy niya ang naglalaro. The passion lives on indeed for this son and for this father and son. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Yung hamstring injuries, very tricky yan And especially with Marlon Monte, a veteran guard already. Welcome sight na ngayon nakapag-perform siya na maayos para dito sa Bulacan.
I think, I've never had a hamstring injury, at least a serious one. But, from looking at the experience of others, our players, my former teammates, what really sucks about it is that you can really do nothing but rest it.
Fast Pregame brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners, ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners.
And I say that because there are, certain kinds of injuries wherein, let's say somebody, or something, part of the arm, for example, pwede ka pa mag-jogging.
Oo.
You injure your wrist, your finger, manageable injuries or injuries na you could still run, maybe hold the ball, and with a hamstring injury, ang hirap magpakondisyon kasi hindi mo pwedeng galawin ng husto yung leg mo.
Saka mas mahirap pa dyan, pag na-re-aggravate mo yung ganyang
Mas
klaseng
tatagal.
injury, like you said, talagang pahinga lang yung magiging
Pahinga,
susi.
therapy, ganun lang.
Bulacan, just trailing by 5 points. They get a stop. Acop gets it for the Cuyas. Si Bonsubre, pinasok na dito ni Coach Mike. Nasupalpal ni Romel Calahat yung layup na yun ni Acop, but it will go back to the Cuyas. Sumido, laban kay Tayong Tong. Poposte na naman si Marlon Monte. Smelling blood. Monte, the kick out. Acop fires a free. It's good.
Alam mo, mapupunta yung assist kay Monte, but I'm not sure kung yun talaga yung intention niya because I thought he wanted to shoot over the defense, as he was backing down itong si Barcuma. Napaganda pa rin para sa Bulacan.
Nonetheless, that's already 7 assists of the ball game for Marlon Monte. Valencia, 4 seconds left on their shot clock. Tayong Tong fades away off the back iron. Akop the rebound. Sabelina, siya magtatawid dito. Just a 2-point lead, 54-52. Sumido sa poste, the cut by Monte. Good hands from Palencia as he forces a turnover. And, the three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
So you see, I was right. Because hindi natin nakita sa angulo natin in live play, but in the replay, he lost the ball. Pero nagmukhang pasa. Nonetheless, it's the result that counts. 3 points para sa Bulacan.
So counted pa rin as an assist yun eh, no? Kahit na-fumble mo na. Pero naipasa pa rin kasi na maayos eh. Kalahat with the layup. Counted plus a foul. Romel Kalahat, kailangan kumayod dito para sa Caloocan.
Ganda nung galawan. No, kita mo dito. Talagang pinapapunta siya sa kabila, no, sa kaliwa. Kinayod niya. Maganda dito, ginamit niya yung shot fake para ma-off-balance konti si Sabelina. 2 power dribbles, nasa ring na siya. Extra free throw pa.
Bit undersized at that power forward spot.
He's a little bit of a tweener.
Oh, tweener siya eh. Tama.
Yeah, plays the 3 and play the 4. Nasa Sarangani yan. Minsan, emergency, ginagawa pang 5 ni Coach JK yan.
Balik sa limang lamang, 57-52. And now, a steal by Romel Kalahat. Kalahat, the left-handed layup will not work. Akop, may buelo dito. Akop, sidestep. Bonsubre challenging. And it will stay with the Cuyas. 4 minutes gone by in the third period. Monte, the quick pass to Maclean Sabelina. Laban kay Kalahat. Fadeaway jumper by Sabelina. Rattles out. Cabanag falls in the board. Cabanag will pull it back out. Entry pass intended for Bonsubre. May foul na pinito laban dito kay Joseph Celso.
Good intention, no, yung pasa ni Cabanag. Just poor execution. It should have been, you know, a sharper or maybe a bounce pass. Buti na lang tinawagan ng foul itong si Celso. Anytime you have your big man ceiling like that, kailangan eksakto na yung pasa. Kasi pag mataas yung pasa, tatalon pa, no, sa bola yung papasahan mo at mawawala siya dun sa malalim na posisyon.
Ball bounces out on that Bonsubre jumper. Monte, aggressive to the basket. And he will earn himself 2 more free throws.
And that's all it has been. You know, you could say also in the last game wherein he scored 29, he's been nothing but aggressive. After a missed basket on the other end, as you see, nagpapasalamat kami siyempre kay LGR Sportswear.
Yan ang official outfitter natin ng MPBL.
Dito sa MPBL. And Marlon Monte, dire-diretso yung kanyang atake. At ma-reward siya dito ng free throws. He splits the charity though.
16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists para kay Marlon Monte.
All-around performance para sa kanya.
Huge reason why they're just trailing by 4 points. Tayong Tong got fouled.
Is it a foul?
Ayun, si Celso yung tinawagan. Is it in the act? Pero lalapit dito si Edmar Aves. Probably someone's gonna get warned here. Sumido, na warning andun. Tayong Tong at the line. Joko Tayong Tong was really key in that victory against Rizal. I think one of 2 comeback victories they had this season where they were down by 8 points. Dami niyang free throws noon eh. I think it was 11 out of 12. As he knocks down both. 59-53, 6-point lead. Approaching the halfway point of the third quarter. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Bulacan. Jer Somido will trigger it in. Papunta kay Marlon Espiritu. Celso offering that screen. Espiritu drives right, spins to the left. Lost it. Reyes tried to save it, but it will go back to Caloocan.
A good effort, no? Ginawa ni Reyes doon, pero a little too late to save that basketball. Dahil nakita niya, no? Tumama doon sa kanyang kasama on the other side on that loose ball.
14 turnovers already from the Bulacan Puyas. Kalahat backing down Sam Peralta. Romel Kalahat can't get that shot in. Try to get it back, but bola ay mapupunta sa Bulacan Puyas.
No, that time na reward yung effort ni Peralta. Siya rin na nabanggit natin yung dumive doon sa kabila na hindi niya nakuha. At that time, saving the basketball, successful sa kanilang possession.
Started out this season with the Davao Occidental Tigers. Ito si Sam Peralta, now finding himself with the Bulacan Puyas. Sumido, out of contact but no foul.
Trying to fish for a foul. He should just focus on making the basket.
Bitoon can't convert. Sumido puts it up from downtown and gets it to go.
That's what I mean. A scorer like him, if you just focus on, you know, hitting some baskets and then kung may bonus na kasamang foul, at least magiging 3-point play siya. That time, in transition, di na nagdalawang isip, tinira, pasok. Still a 3-point game. Beautiful forward pass. Di na nagdalawang isip eh. You know, nag-decide na siya even before he got the ball because they had no advantage underneath. It was either itira niya or, you know, just wait for his other teammates to set up a play.
Ayun, napangiti naman na. Pero sa mintis eh. Bonsubre. Agad namang inayos yung pangalawang free throw.
Oo, sigurado ako makakarinig yan on the way back to Pampanga. Alam mo, ang Magnobio, walang pagkakaiba yan sa father and son. Yung pag nag-miss ng free throw, masama ang laro. What's torture really is the ride back home.
Malayo-layo yan ha?
Oo. Di ba? Hindi mo yung follow through mo parang alanganin. Kaya nagmintis ka eh. Lalong-lalo na, pag may record ang iyong partner sa pagbabasketball. At di lang yun, mahusay na manlalaro pa ito si Coach Aisel.
Si Reyes naman, in transition, lays it up and in. Dalawa lang ang lamang ng Caloocan dito. 60-58. Bonsubre.
Kickball.
Kickball against Maclean Sabelina. 3 minutes left here in the third. Yung tanong natin sa pagsisimula ng third quarter was, can Bulacan sustain this?
Yan
So
pa rin
far,
ang tanong, papasok ng fourth.
Oo, papasok ng fourth. At so far, they made a good account of themselves. Oy, nakanakaw si Chris Bitoon.
Grabe yun ha. Naalala ko si former NBA champion na si Chauncey Billups. Dalas niyang gawin yun no?
Naalala ko si sino ba yun? Si Lil Bow Wow dun sa movie. Kay Jason Kidd, di ba? Ginawa niya yun eh.
Oh my gosh, and I thought I was the only one doing silly references. Nagulat ako ron Pero ito, nagulat ang Caloocan dito. Kasi, dikit pa rin. No? Talagang lumalaban itong Bulacan. Gotta give credit to them.
Just a 2-point lead. Tayong Tong goes to the other side for the reverse. 64-60.
Kadalasan sa modern basketball espiritu mintis doon sa 3 points by a mile. I was saying, kita natin yung atake rito. What's my point here? Sige, basahin mo muna.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Dati kasi ang komposisyon ng team, Ken, 3 coaches. No? Do everything. Assistant coach isa, head coach and then maybe meron kang conditioning coach. Minsan wala pa eh. Ngayon, modern basketball, ang dami ng coaches. Meron kang opensa, meron kang depensa, meron kang scouting, meron kang taga-video, meron kang student manager. Lahat yan. Lalo sa collegiate, no? Marlon Espiritu with a basket. My point is, yung mga defensive coaches na nanonood ng larong ito, sigurado ko hindi masaya. No? Kasi lahat ng baskets na nakita natin nung first half, napakalamya ng depensa.
Actually, it's Bulacan who's shooting a lot better, 50% from the field.
Contrary sa sinabi ko, yung mga offensive coaches naman, natutuwa. Kasi ang taas ng porsyento ng dalawang koponan. Isang nasa 50%, isang nasa 40%.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bulacan, to their credit, they also have 17 assists already. I think they're dead last coming into this ball game in that department. Itong Bulacan Kuyas, they're just averaging 17.2 assists. So, they've already matched that. Di pa tayo tapos dito sa third quarter. At itong Caloocan continues to struggle at the line. Just 14 out of 22. Cervantes with a split. 65-62. Wala nang isang minuto na lalabi dito sa ating pangatlong yugto. Naagaw ni Palencia. Bitoon. Whips it to Josh Flores for the deuce.
Kuntik pa lumabas yung tirang yon, no, ni Josh Flores. Ang importante, nakompleto nila at na-capitalize yung turnover na yon ng Bulacan.
Bumawas laban kay Bitoon. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Gino makes his move, drives right. Dish it out at the last second to Joseph Celso. Bitoon the rebound for Caloocan.
They could go for the last shot right here.
The cut, Enriquez, the pass inside. Real Cervantes, basket and one.
The Bulacan better be careful because they've been doing a good job of keeping in step with Caloocan. Now suddenly, after this free throw, you could look at an 8-point lead, which I believe would tie the biggest lead of the ball game. There you go.
That's exactly what Real Cervantes does. 11.9 seconds remaining. Palitan ng tao dito for the Bulacan Kuyas. Monte and Sumido, their best offensive threats, return for the last possession of the quarter. Bulacan behind by 8. Sumido thought he got hit in the face. Ball will stay with the Kuyas. Or no. Sumido is still down. Tinamaan siya sa mukha doon. Much to the chagrin of Coach Terence Reyes.
I-review nila yan, malamang.
Alam mo, palagay ko, medyo, ewan ko mag-agree ka dito at kilala mo to ha.
I disagree.
Sa panahon ni Lyra, parang yung ano yung si Khalil Ramos ba yun? Yung kamukha ngayon ni Terence eh. Eto si Humawas laban kay Brian Enriquez. Makes his move. No good. Marlon Monte just to beat the buzzer. Gets it in.
Alam mo sa mga ibang player, pwede mo sabing chamba yun. Pero sa ginawa ni Marlon Monte, that's really a skill. No? Kakaiba yung panapos niya ng reverse layup yun. He really flipped it up and in. No, talagang ginamit niya yung pectus. No, ang ganda ng timing niya sa offensive rebound. Nakita mo, yung pag-pectus niya sa bola, skill yan, hindi chamba yan.
And finishing despite the contact, Marlon Monte with a total of 18 points. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Nakita natin na Caloocan was really trying to make their move here in the third pero hindi nagpauli itong Bulacan Kuyas. Joko Tayongtong with this reverse. That was for a 4-point lead. Pero itong Caloocan just having trouble shaking off itong Bulacan. They just lead by 6 heading into the fourth, 70-64. Check out our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Fourth quarter underway, just about to get underway between Caloocan and Bulacan. Attorney Gary Palmero. Lagi yan. Pag matik, basta pataan ng laro. Always here to support and provide. But here in the first game, Battle of North Division teams, grabe yung quarter scoring. Di nalalayo, 25-23, 25-20 in favor of Caloocan. But Bulacan outscoring Caloocan by a point in the third.
So, kung duda kayo sa mga sinasabi namin kanina pa, that this has been really an offensive game compared defensively. Yung quarter scoring, a team has yet to score below 20 in a quarter.
Coach's challenge, hiniling ito ni Coach Terence Reyes. We'll be back for the result of that one.
The Bulacan Kuyas challenge was successful.
Successful challenge, Coach Terence. This was on the last out-of-bounds play. It was off Irvin Palencia. So Bulacan a chance to trim the gap even further, down by 4 points, 70-66. J.R. Sobido, Gino Sumawas, Aaron Acop, Sam Peralta, and Marlon Monte, the unit now for the Kuyas. Peralta na ipagpaggaan kay Cervantes. Sa poste ulit, Acop laban kay Bitoon. Fading away, Aaron Acop. That one rolling out. Ryan Enriquez with Josh Flores, Real Cervantes, Chris Bitoon, and Irvin Palencia. Cervantes. Dito on the catch. The shot will not work. Monte nagmamadali. Marlon Monte all the way but can't finish. Dito on. Got bumped by J.R. Sumido. Sumido called for that foul.
A duty foul and a good foul by Sumido to stop the fast break.
Babalik sa loob si Jeramer Cabanag na hindi natin masyado nararamdaman here in the second half after exploding
in the first half. 15 points.
Yeah.
Still with 15, I believe. Yeah.
Enriquez goes to the cup. 2 more free throws coming up.
He wants that back because he knew he could finish better and could have gotten a better assault with a 3-point play. But nonetheless, he will still end up at the charity stripe.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Nakaka-distract kaya mag-shoot pag ganyang kalaki yung LED wall. Mas nakikita mo yung sarili mo.
Ako hindi, mas gaganahan ako.
Mas gaganahan ka, no?
Oh.
Kaya ito just 64% from the line itong Caloocan today. Niluwa ulit. 0 of 2 on that trip.
Nung bata ka, sometimes you would look in the mirror and parang titingnan mo yung tira mo eh. It's no different.
Yeah.
Ito lang, times 10 yung size.
Times 10.
I mean, sorry, hindi, times 100.
Oo. Aaron Acop nagpakawala ng tres. Isa na lang ang lamang ng Caloocan, 70-69.
Unti-unti, sinasagot yung katanungan natin kung kaya nila i-sustain. Ang sama ng balak na yun ni Josh Flores, pero muntik niya na kumpleto yun, ha? 360.
Somino gives them the lead, 71-70 with that daredevil drive. J.R. Sumido and Marlon Monte have come up huge once again. Aaron Acop as well, who grabs the rebound. Humawas.
Monte libre.
Monte pupukol. Gets it to go! Marlon Monte with 21 points. What a run here by the Bulacan Kuyas. 11-0 run.
Well, ito yung atake ni Sumido, no? You scout the players, left-handed player na Sumido, you gotta prevent him from going to his strong side. And just a terrific job of finding the open man, Jumawas, and a terrific job of finding the open spot si Monte. Ang ganda nung hanapan ng dalawa, ang ganda rin nung 3 points to extend the lead to 4.
Sumido, last game niya against San Juan, really struggled. 1 out of 16 shooting from the field. He's averaging 16.1 points per contest in the season. He's actually the leading scorer just behind Marlon Monte, but here, matching his season averages with 16 points.
Ang laking bagay talaga pag nanggaling ka sa masamang laro, and usually players, they have that chip on their shoulder to perform better. And you gotta give credit to San Juan because they're one of the better defensive teams. As a turnover once again by Caloocan, babalik ang bola pa sa Bulacan. And obviously Sumido, a much better bounce back performance para sa kanya with those 16 points and shooting much better.
Bulacan trailed by 8 earlier, 70-62. They have scored 12 unanswered points. Now they lead by 4. Aaron Acop. Laban kay Bonsubre. Confident looking stroke! And luck already on the side of Bulacan with that shot. Tayong Tong short.
Tayong Tong got fouled, I thought.
Kalahat able to put that one in. That snaps a 15-0 run by Bulacan.
Huge basket by Caloocan, but still momentum in the side of Bulacan.
Lamang ng 5 ang Bulacan Kuyas.
Baseline is wide open.
Monte, laban kay Cabanag. The switch by Bonsubre. Humawas. 1 second left. Gino Humawas beats the buzzer with a 3. Boy, oh boy. Bulacan just having their way from downtown. 11 out of 21 shooting from 3. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, this was the 2 points recovered by Bonsubre. He also gets the assist. Pero naging kapalit nun, dalawang magkasunod na 3-pointer. Yung isa banda pa, step back 3 points. Ini-akop, and to your point, ang laking bagay sa laro ng Bulacan is obviously their 3-pointers, which they have 11.
Sa pang challenge galing kay Coach Terence. We'll be back for the result.
The Bulacan Kuyas challenge was successful.
Success ulit si Coach Terence. 2 for 2 in terms of coach's challenge. Uy,
Oo, tumama sa daliri ni Kalahat.
malinaw doon. Yun. Bulacan. Boy, an upset brewing here. 80-72, ahead by 8 points. Under 6 minutes left here in the fourth period. Akop against Bitoon. Sumido, guarded by Paul Sanga. 8 seconds left on their shot clock. Sumido, one-on-one move. That shot is short from beyond the arc. Bitoon gets it to Cabanag, who's been scoreless here in the second half. Posisyonan sa ilalim, may foul na ipipito laban kay Sam Peralta.
And that's one thing Caloocan can do. They've been struggling obviously in this quarter to put points on the board. And that's the first time tonight. Dahil ang ganda nga ng scoring barrage itong dalawang team through the first 3 quarters. But if they could get Bulacan in the penalty, they could stop the clock. This is only an 8-point lead, get themselves at the charity stripe more.
Cabanag on the left side. Another turnover against Caloocan. Sumido getting past Kalahat. Now goes right at Bonsubre and Paul Sanga for the layup.
Sumayaw si Sumido. Hindi sumunod ang depensa. Dire-diretso. Yung layup na yon, gustong bawiin kagad ng isa pang kaliwete. Mas maliit lamang ito si Bitoon. Ang diferensya, may pito free throws para sa kanya. That's already the 4th team. That means the next one, penalty na. It's still early. 5 minutes, kalahati pa lang tayo ng 4th quarter. Samantala, itong Caloocan, wala pang foul.
First free throw, good by Chris Bitoon. Babasa siya mang lamang. Itong free throw na ito ay atid sa atin Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 2 for 2. Chris Bitoon, his first game back after almost 2 months. Field goal shooting, grabe. Para dito sa Bulacan, above 50% in this quarter.
And we've mentioned about teams is really about 40% after 3 quarters. Pero ang Caloocan, because of their struggle in this quarter, is already below 40%.
That time though, a rare stop.
Pero parang
tumama ba sa ring?
Tumama ba? Yan ang nirereklamo ng or kinokontest ng Bulacan. Pero mukhang hindi nga tumama.
Caloocan, we've mentioned how they have a golden opportunity to move up, especially with Pampanga losing to Batangas City just last week. Kalahat recovers, Bitoon, lalapit, susugod, humawas with a block.
Now, we talked about how excellent Caloocan was in terms of sharing the basketball. It's been a different story. That's an offensive foul. It's been a different story, though, this quarter. It feels like every player is just looking to get their own shots. And that has been really close to detrimental.
Cabanag is down on the floor. He's trying to defend Aaron Akop here. Yun, may screen eh. Galing kay Gino humawas.
Yeah, a little chicken wing, that left arm. And an excellent job of selling the call. Was Cabanag.
Caloocan in the first half had 21 assists. Here in the last 2 quarters, they only have 7 total. Tayong Tong goes all the way though for the basket.
Alam mo Ken, hindi makikita sa stat line especially this 4th quarter, napakaraming seal screen. Libon Subre sa ilalim. Tulad ng huling pagkakataon na yun, nalibre si Tayong Tong dahil sa seal screen. Libon Subre. Pero down pa rin ang Caloocan by 7.
Pack is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Pac is back. This July 20, Manny Pacquiao steps back into the ring to challenge Mario El Azteca Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship. You can watch the fight live via Blast TV pay-per-view this coming July 20, Sunday at 8 a.m. Just download the Blast TV app, available on Google Play and the App Store. And Senator Manny Pacquiao goes for history once again. Actually, i-break lang naman niya yung kanyang own record of being the oldest welterweight champion in boxing history. Sa palagay mo ba yung
What an achievement.
Oo,
Yeah.
no? Sa palagay mo ba, Coach Chris, yung 8 division world champion in different divisions, mabibreak pa kaya yun?
Tingin ko hindi na.
Parang hindi, no?
Tingin ko
Parang
hindi.
mahirap.
Pero tulad nga ng paboritong singer mo na si Justin Bieber, may kasabihan, never say never. I mean, minsan na it could take decades. No? Baka hindi pa pinapanganak yung posibleng makabreak noon. But for now, let's cherish and enjoy everything na binibigay na parangal ni Senator Manny as a boxing legend dito sa ating bansa. Bulacan, dalawang pagkakataon pero hindi nila ma-extend yung kanilang kalamangan. 2-on-1, tatapusin ni Biton.
At naibaba nila yung lamang to 5 points, 82-77. Akop having trouble dealing with the defense of Chris Biton, finally crossing the half-court line. Celso thought about it. Got it back to Aaron Akop. Sumido, laban kay Tayong Tong. 7 on their shot clock. J.R. Sumido. And Caloocan with a stop. Cabanag, easy pickings on the other side.
They're just doing a little bit too much in the last possession. Is J.R. Sumido again fishing for a foul. But he had at least 2 defenders on him. Trying to split that. Nawala yung balance niya. Turnover. Easy 2. Tulad nga nung sinabi mo on the other end.
Bulacan desperately trying to hold on. Up by 3 points. Monte makes his move. The layup too strong. Peralta there. Got blocked. Biton off to the races. Gets it to Jeromer Cabanag. Biton gets back but can't convert. Akop though could not track it down. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Caloocan.
Fortunate that time is Bulacan because that should have been automatic 2 points. Ito yung turnover. That led to a layup.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Marlon Monte in transition. Still no foul call. It will stay with the Cuyas.
I think they will challenge this. Caloocan will challenge this. And they believe na ang huling humawak ng bola as he got stripped was Marlon Monte.
Coach Mike Sagigit and the rest of the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu trying to avoid the upset. Ooh.
Yeah, it looked like Marlon Monte. They were asking for a foul. Clearly, there wasn't.
Caloocan will get it back. Led by as many as 10 points.
Oh, ito. Kitang-kita nyo na dapat sa replay ito. Nasa harapan nyo na, literally, yung big screen.
Laki.
Pinapanood nila. Napakita na ba natin sa mga viewers natin? No?
Oo,
Oo.
na. Ayun, para sa benefit ng ating mga coaching staff dito,
Oo.
may malaki tayong big screen eh.
Oo eh. Kung ayaw mo manood ng live dito sa live court, manood ka sa big screen. Semi-live yan.
Parang ang sarap pala manood ng laban ni Boss Manny dito.
Dito, no?
Oo. Jeromer Cabanag attacks, slithers his way inside for 2 points. Jeromer Cabanag finally breaking through here in the second half. As we check out this Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. Jeromer Cabanag scoreless in the third period. Bouncing back here in the fourth. 6 of his 21 points here in this pivotal frame, and he pulls Caloocan to within 1, 82-81. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Bulacan has been scoreless for almost 4 minutes, while Caloocan has made their run a 9-0 blast. After trailing by 10 points earlier, isa na lang ang lamang ng Kuyas dito. Minute and 35 left. Critical possession here for the Bulacan Kuyas. Akop, tightly guarded by Bitoon.
They're taking too long to get into their offense.
Nakaiakop pa rin ang bola. And Cabanag recovers after Akop lost the basketball.
But what a poor offensive possession right there. Off a timeout, binaba ang bola, and only one player touched the basketball, which was si Akop. And to make it worse, Ken, you foul Caloocan 95 feet away from the basket. And we talked about this Caloocan, the 5-minute mark, forcing itong Bulacan. Even though, as you see, Raymond Machas, Kuya Raymond, Tito Raymond, lahat na ilagay nyo. Sinusuportahan ang kanyang koponan. Splits the charities though, kaya tayo lang ang ball game natin. So, yung pagkakamali, no? Yung bad habits na tinatawag of fouling early in this quarter, eh baka balikan sila, no? Itong Bulacan.
Lahat call for that foul. Just the first team foul though against the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu.
Second, I believe. The first, okay.
72 seconds remaining here. Akop catches. Monte trying to post up Cabanag. Jeromer Cabanag giving up that foul. Fourth foul against Jeromer Cabanag, who's leading the charge for Caloocan with 22 points. Going intently is Congressman Oka Malapitan.
Kita mo naman yung sumorta ni Kung Oka, no? Hindi lang inside the metro, even outside the metro, dito sa Bataan. This is gonna be a big shot.
It's a big one indeed from Aaron Akop, making up for that turnover. The prior possession knocks down a huge three-pointer.
My goodness. Is his middle name Remogat? Because this reminds me of what happened last night. After committing a turnover, just like what you mentioned, he comes out of the screen and did not even hesitate to take the shot. What a big-time basket to take a 3-point lead.
20 points for Aaron Akop, and Caloocan will sue for time. 56 seconds remaining here in regulation as they try to avoid an upset here. And coming into this game, just one game behind Pampanga. Meanwhile, maibalita tayo kay Ms. Lyra Punsalan.
A big congratulations to Bulacan Kuyas Aaron Paul Akop, who graduated from his bachelor's degree last July 9. Kudos to his amazing time management skills na training sa umaga at walang palyang pag-asikaso ng school requirements sa gabi. He said he dedicates his degree to his deceased mom and to his whole family. Natupad na daw ang pangarap ng nanay niya para sa kanya, at ngayon na nasa MPBL na siya, tutuparin naman niya ang pangarap niya para sa sarili niya. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. At Grabe yung performance niya ngayon, Coach Chris. 20 big ones as that last three-pointer giving them back the lead. Tres galing kay Cabanag, rattles out. Kalahat got fouled.
And I must say, napakagandang kwento ng excellent report, Lyra, and the timing could have been better because ang pinaka nakakatuwa doon, hindi lang yung success na nakikita natin sa larong ito, no? Obviously, a big shot, ang ganda rin ng kanyang performance, but yung success outside of the court, realistically, how many athletes can say na nakatapos sila ng pag-aaral? What an achievement, and congratulations to the Acop family.
Sure, the whole family is proud of Aaron Acop. At lalo ngayon, coming up clutch, Caloocan is just 19 out of 31 from the free throw line. Kalahat, big miss, but a big rebound as well.
What a
Cabanag
pass.
fires a free, no good. Kalahat, another rebound. But a steal by Marlon Monte. Ball batted around, Celso lost it.
Wow! He was fouled!
30 seconds to go.
My goodness!
Kalahat catches. Balik kay Jeramer Cabanag. Bonsubre back to Jeramer. Susugod si Cabanag inside. Got blocked from behind. But a foul as well.
Wow, I want to go back to that play where Celso had the ball. I thought he got fouled, clear as day. And then ito, I thought it was a good block. I got to see the replay. But two missed calls, I thought. This was the loose ball that Celso had. Clearly a foul by Bitoon. Walang tinawag na wala ang bola. And right there, maybe there was contact, but I thought there was more of a block.
But Jeramer Cabanag badly missing the first free throw. Boy, oh boy.
But come on now. As a basketball coach, I have to be frustrated. But Cabanag misses, but this is going to be big time if he makes it.
Supply nga lang, it will stay with Caloocan, boy. This first game, not short of drama. At si...
Something we didn't expect, huh?
Kaya naman, Head of Operations, Emma Oreta, Head of Security, Rudy Distrito. Maganda yung pagsisimula dito sa ating Monday triple header. 14.3 seconds left. Last 2 minutes, pwede review yung last out-of-bounds play na yan. So again, you gotta remember, Bulacan is in penalty. And if Caloocan gets it back, they have a chance to tie or take the lead. At nakapag-map out na rin ng play to si Coach Mike Sagigit.
Kaya binibilisan na nila yung review ngayon eh. Because tinetake advantage talaga ng mga coaches yan. And I'm sure naiisip nila tayo, naiinip tayo pati mga viewers natin. Kaya sana laging ganyan.
Oo. 14.3 seconds left. Baseline inbound. Tayong Tong. Bitoon catches. Getting past Peralta. Spins into trouble. Falls down on the floor. A jump ball.
Possession sa Caloocan. Oh, I thought Caloocan really getting breaks here in the last 2 moments because he might have traveled right here after the spin move.
And look at that left foot.
Now, you could say it was a travel. You could say there might have been contact, either or. Walang tinawag. Buti na lang ang possession arrow nakaturo sa Caloocan.
8.3 seconds left. Caloocan with the basketball. I think baseline inbound ulit ito, Coach Chris.
May nakareceive ng bola, spacing na agad ha. 8 seconds na lang.
Pero papunta rito ha. Papunta rito ngayon. Kasi baka may backdoor dito eh. Pag may backdoor, backdooran mo ha. Pag wala dito. O ito pre, pag wala. Pag wala dito, away na tayo dito. Away na tayo dyan. Composure!
It was was actually assistant coach Mark Orias mapping out that inbound play from the baseline.
Grabe nabanggit mo nga yung drama nitong laro. Nakaabang yung mga nanonood sa atin. Alam mo sino?
Sino?
Si Chris Baluyot.
Ayun.
Oh, former basket player. Pero tingnan natin Kabanag for 3.
Too strong. Battle for the rebound. Biton has it. 2 seconds left. Oh, Bulacan! What a stunner here in Bataan. The Bulacan Kuyas.
Like winning a championship really, but I completely understand how they feel and how they are celebrating. Take me through it, Ken.
Kabanag with a miss. And Biton, that wayward pass. And Marlon Monte getting the basketball, sealing the deal para dito sa Bulacan Kuyas. Look at them celebrate after that very explosive win. And boy, this guy was really a revelation here today para dito sa Bulacan Kuyas. Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Aaron Akop, 20 points.
Well, all of them really played well, and their defense stepped up in the fourth quarter. We mentioned the struggles of Caloocan of, scoring the basketball after scoring above 20. Nung first 3 quarters, limited Caloocan to only 13 in the fourth. And of course, that big-time go-ahead basket, 3-pointer by Akop, the biggest shot of the game. And he's right now with our courtside Lyra.
Aaron Paul Akop, congratulations! 4th game mo pa lang para sa Bulacan, pero nagpapakitang gilas ka na nga at consistent ka na nga sa laro mo. Your mom must be so proud of you watching you from heaven. Anong pakiramdam to get your first Best Player Award at 3rd win ng Bulacan?
Siyempre, sobrang saya. Pero una-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa mahal na Panginoon sa panalo na binigay niya sa amin sa lakas and sa pag-iingat. Yun lang, sobrang saya kasi una, pangarap ko lang makalaro dito sa MPBL. Tapos ngayon, nag-best player pa ako. Kaya maraming salamat. Credits din sa mga kampi ko, sa coaching staff namin na binibigyan talaga ako ng kumpiyansa para makapaglaro ng todo.
At natutupad na nga yung pangarap mo for your family and for yourself. Anong pakiramdam that in such a crucial matchup, nakapagpakitang gilas ka para sa Bulacan, mukhang nagpe-pay off nga yung 4 straight days of training ninyo. Ano pang pinaglalaban ng Bulacan in such a crucial stretch for this season?
Siguro yung pride lang namin kasi kita naman natin na nasa lower seed kami nung standings. Siguro yung pride lang namin bilang player and as a team na huwag natin tapusin yung season natin na nasa ilalim tayo. Lumaban naman tayo para pagdating nga nung end ng season, maganda-ganda yung standings natin.
And congratulations pala for finishing your bachelor's degree. Anyone that you'd like to greet or give a shout out to?
Una-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa mahal na Panginoon sa panalo. And binabati ko yung mga boss namin dyan, sila Boss Hailey, and yung family ko sa Bulacan, sa ako family, Jesus family, sa family ko sa Cebu, and sa lahat ng di nagsamang sumuporo sa Team Bulacan kahit na nasa ilalim kami ng standings at tuloy nyo lang nasuportahan kami. And binabati ko rin si Senator Manny Pacquiao, good luck sa laban mo sa July 20, iuwi mo ulit yung belt sa Pilipinas. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Aaron Paul Akop of the Bulacan Kuyas. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. 16 of the 20 points of Aaron Akop coming in the second half. Just the 3rd win para dito sa Bulacan. And up next, the Basilan Star Horse take on the Manila Batang Quiapo. Kaya manatiling nakatutok dito sa Marliga Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.